What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're still having a blessed weekend. You're watching this, trying to wrap up these reviews from this week before I get started on AEW's Dynamite. Just got to do a quick shout out to all the subscribers to the channel, to the followers of Rumble. Still at 388 on YouTube, at 105, I believe, on Rumble. Thank you so very much. I'm not going to waste any more time trying to knock this shit out real quick. So we start off with the vanilla jobber himself, Blake Christian, aka Ice Baby. I don't know why he's called Vanilla Baby, because he's Caucasian. His mustache, I don't fucking know. Blake Christian, a former GCW World Heavyweight Champion, he's going up against the current reigning, defending, undisputed international champion, the cleaner Kenny by God Omega, who changes his theme songs every fucking week. One week is Battle Cry, the other week is Elden Ring. Now, this match wasn't a squash match, but it might as well be, because who's going to believe that Blake Christian is going to beat the newly crowned international champion that is Kenny Omega? Come on, man. Stop it. Fast forward to the finish. Kenny does his typical moveset, the snapjack and suplexes, hits the V trigger, finishes him off the one winking angel. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega goes over. After the match, he's talked about the triple threat at Dynasty, which is crazy because it feels like Dynasty last year wasn't even that long ago. But here we are. And then he gets interrupted by Speedball Mike Bailey. Not a fan of his theme song. Might as well just give him Brass Monkey, that funky monkey from Beastie Boys, but what do I know? Where he comes out, he says, "Hello, Kenny." And Kenny was like, "Hello." And Speedball was like, "Thank you." And Omega was like, "Thanks." I mean, like, what the fuck? What was this, man? A Speedball is basically saying, Kenny, I like you, I respect you, I admire you. It's like, we get it, man. Like, get to it. All right, but he's like, at Dynasty, I'm gonna kick your freaking head off. Like, fucking find a way, man. Not damn. Like, why can't you start off with that intensity the entire promo, my guy? And then we see on Titantron Ricochet. It looked like he was at the Taj Mahal. He was talking about how I'm dressed to impress because I have a wedding to go to. Which, he's not bullshitting. He did get married this week. So, hey, real quick, big ups to Ricochet and Samantha Irving. Ricochet finally decided to put a ring on it, so good for him. And I wish them the best of luck. Alright, but he dips out. Kenny says, it doesn't matter if it's Speedball Mike Bailey or that dipshit Ricochet. Alright, I'm Kenny by God Omega. And both your asses are going to get swept up at Dynasty by the cleaner. Now, as much as I want to stay here and wrestle each week for you people, I had to bid you adieu, and good night. Bang! The same shit he always says. That's all that really happened here. Alright, we move on. We go backstage with, "Hi guys, I'm the learning tree." Chris Jericho, Big Bill, the Bad Apple. Alright. Chris Jericho basically says that he's disappointed in Big Bill and the Bad Apple. You guys are jobbers, and it's up to you to prove yourselves tonight that you're not jobbers and that you need to instill the teachings that I have placed upon you over these past several weeks. That's all that happened here. We move on to Mr. Maxwell of the Jacob to the Freedman. Mr. Cut My Music, Cut My Music. He says it twice every fucking time. Alright, I don't know why he does it, but he does. Alright, then he gets interrupted by, "We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people." Mr. Montel of the Vontavious to the Porter. Alright? And the MJF basically says that, I accept the offer to join the Hurt Syndicate. But before they conclude the deal, we hear, "We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people." Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin coming out, got a good ovation. They were chanting for my boy Shelton Benjamin. I'm like, thank you. Show that man some fucking love. Fuck's sake, man. Right, but Bobby was like, hand me the damn card. And MJ was like, what? He said, the card, motherfucker. Give me the damn card. yanks that shit, rips it in front of him. It was like, nah, nigga, he cool with you. He ain't cool with me, man. He ain't joined no damn Hurt Syndicate. MJF was like, what the fuck? All right, and then we see Redwood, Big Bill, the Bad Apple, Brian Keith, they're coming out. All right. Brian Keith was like, well, we're sorry to interrupt your group therapy session, but we got some business to conduct. MVP says, why don't you put your little bitch on a leash so that the grown folks can have a conversation? Bill says, always jokes with this guy. You know, we came out here because we don't see any challengers for those tag team titles. MVP says, well, neither do we. Bill then says, you know, you come out here with your Steve Harvey suits, your fancy canes. I don't know if I see American Psycho or Iceberg Slim. I'm like, people don't know who the fuck Iceberg Slim is, man. Right? Like, that's like saying Superfly. You know, these people don't know. That's a old ass reference. You know what I mean? But he was like, I don't know if you're a businessman or a pimp. MVP says both. I'll send my boys to make you our bitches if you keep running your fucking mouth. And I'm like, damn, MVP cooking these niggas. Damn. Bill says, well, I'm still the uncrowned tag team champion around here. My tag team partner left after we whooped Sting's ass so bad we took those belts from him. So as far as I'm concerned, no one has yet to beat me for those AEW tag team titles. MVP was like, well, you know, I'll tell you what, man. Why don't you actually, you know, win a match? And then we can talk about you challenging the almighty Bobby Lashley, the standard of excellence, Shelton Benjamin, for these coveted AEW tag team titles. Capiche? And that's all that happened here. Good exchange. One of the best promos here tonight on this episode. But we move on backstage with Thunder Rosa and the current reigning, defending, undisputed AEW Women's World Champion, that is timeless, Toni Storm, and Mr. Hawk Dipper himself, Luther. I wouldn't be able to do this promo justice, so I'll play the audio from this clip.
Main event, you two will be teaming up for the first time in 3 years, taking on the team of Penelope Ford and Toni, your challenger at Dynasty, Megan Bayne.
Oh yes, I remember it well. We were so young, so unafraid. Nothing's really changed.
No, everything has changed. You have changed. I mean, you have a butler. And let's not forget, last time we worked together, you knocked me out and tried to erase this face paint out of my face.
No, we all make mistakes in the heat of passion.
Then make no mistake, because I want what I never lost.
Enough of this gay banter. Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, you two slop tarts are about to get double teamed like you never dreamed.
And yes, and tonight, the games are over. Tonight, we fight. Tonight, you meet the team of
Thunder Tits.
No, dude, it's Thunderstorm.
Not anymore. Strap yourself in, girls. You're in for a bumpy night.
All right, and let me say, we go from swipe right on Evolve in WWE to Thunder Tits here in AEW. My God. What a fantastic fucking tag team name. Even the crowd chanting, Thunder Tits, Thunder Tits, Thunder Tits. There you go. All right, and that's a tag team name I could get behind. And we have the next match. We got Brody King coming out, repping the Hounds of Hell because Malachi Black left. He's going back to WWE. We're going to see Aleister Black return over there. So they had no plans for Brody, so just turn a babyface, which we all know he works better as a heel. But he's going up against David Bowie, a.k.a. Isaac Frost, a.k.a. Protostar Kyle Fletcher. Now, I don't really give a shit about this match. It went on for too fucking long. Like, I'll look up, I'm like, damn, this match is still fucking going, man. And it's just like, why are these two wrestling? You know what I mean? Like, it's just random matches, like, tonight on this show. You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's this doing for anybody? What story is progressing from having this random ass match? But fast forward to the finish. Kyle Fletcher hits the Super Brainbuster to Brody King. 1, 2, 3. Kyle Fletcher goes over. Right, and then Mark Davis at some point got involved. They start beating the fuck out of Brody King, and then we see Powerhouse Hobbs comes in for the save. Then you have a little impromptu match between him, Mark Davis. He squashes his ass with a spine buster, the spine on the pine. 1, 2, 3. Powerhouse. Goes over. And I'm looking at Hobbs. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, why in the fuck is he not in the Hurt Syndicate, man? What the fuck are they doing? It'll be like, I can understand if he was in like a compelling storyline with somebody, but he's not. He's just floating, just lingering between Dynamite and Collision, having random ass matches. I'm just like, I don't understand it, man. I really don't. And apparently people like, well, not people, but I remember some comments saying that, like, oh, if you pay attention to AEW, you know that Wardlow was injured. I'm like, when the fuck did they say that? Because I watch AEW, all right, and I don't ever recall them saying that he was injured officially. And if they did, where's the fucking update? Huh? How are people supposed to know that Wardlow's injured if they don't fucking give a fuck? You know, if they don't give a fuck, why should we? You know, as the viewers, the consumers of this fucking product. I assume it's the same thing for Luchasaurus, or aka Kill Switch, because I've heard fuck all about him in months. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck is he at? You know, but as far as Hobbs, I don't know, man. It just, again, this company, man, we see Will Yuta be propped up in the fucking main event scene, but not Hobbs. We then go backstage with the patriarchy. We got, call me Nick Wayne. He's about to go insane. Got the MILF Mama Wayne. We got Kip the Stalker Sabian. Nick says it's all starting to make sense to me. I understand why Christian did what he did at Revolution, but I need to save what I need to say to him when I see him eye to eye, face to face, man to man. As far as what happened last week, that's what happens when you properly, let me repeat, properly put a plan together. You know, they all walk away. We then see Adam the Arsonist Page back there with Renee, but before he can say what he needs to say, we see Mr. Vlad TV himself, whose house? Swerve Strickland coming through. He says, ain't no fucking way you're getting involved in my championship match. You know what the fuck I'm capable of. And then Adam was like, bitch, did I stutter? That shit had me dying. It's just the way he said it. Well, that's all that really happened here, man. So we have like a little sit down interview with Tony Schiavone and Rated FTR. Dax says, you know, forgive me, you know, I haven't been keeping my emotions in check. It's like, we know we know Dax. You have a tendency of not doing that, right? Just look at his feud with JD from New York, for instance, right? He was like, you know, this past few months have been crazy. You know, we took some time off, you know, to step away from our primary goal, which was the AEW Tag Team titles. And then you came through, you know, and then got distracted. And then the answer's like, oh, my bad, Cope. Cope was like, whoa. He's like, you know, you're making it seem like I took you away from chasing those tag team titles. So I'm like, that was never my intention, right? I was trying to help you, back you guys against the Death Riders, right? And then Cash was like, man, look, I'm not trying to be the middleman here, right? Both of you guys are my boys, but I've been rocking with Dax for a long ass time, all right? I think we need to take another crack at those trios titles. You know, we almost had them last time. I think we could get them again if we get one more shot, right? You know, they all agreed. Dax was like, fine, you know, top guys out. And then Cope was like, no, Rated FTR out. Sounds better. So they're still teasing this Dax heel turn, and it's going to happen at some point, all right? Whether he turns on Cash, whether he turns on Cope, which most likely he'll turn on Cope. So we shall see. We didn't get a promo from Mr. Vlad TV. Whose house? Swerve Strickland. He says, Moxley, bring your bald bitch ass out here. And if you have the balls, you come out here right now and face me like a man. Mox indeed comes out. Swerve says, Moxley, it's like, I don't know, what happened to you? You know, you used to be one of the faces here in this company that everybody could rely on. All right, but now you hide behind Claudio, you hide behind Pac, you hide behind Wheeler Yuta, you hide behind Marina Shafir. Like, I know why you keep that AEW World Heavyweight Championship locked in the briefcase, because you're ashamed. Like, you don't even deserve to hold that belt. So why don't you relinquish that title and give it to a real champion like myself? I've been distracted these past few months, but now I'm back to reclaim the title that I never should have lost in the first place, and that's the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Mox then says, you know, that's cute, but who are you? Who are you, really? You know, the so-called most dangerous man here in AEW. You know, I know where you came from. I know exactly what you're capable of, but I want to see just how far you can go. I'm not going to give this up. Not to you, not to anybody. You had to take this from me. And I had high hopes for you. You know, of all the blood, sweat, and tears that I sacrificed for this business over the years, that's now being taken over by billionaires, retards, and kids that view the world through an Instagram filter that think they know more about this business than I do. Just how far are you willing to go to win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship? While this was happening, you see Claudio, he's behind Prince Nana. We see Marina Shafir show up with a crowbar. We see Will Nightingale come through with a fucking pipe, a lead pipe, that is. All right. Swerve then says, well, you're going up against a man that's smarter than you. Right? The man that you used to describe yourself as, I'm that guy. You're unscripted violence, I am violence. You bleed pints, I bleed buckets. In that dynasty, I'm going to reclaim that AEW World Heavyweight Championship and continue the dynasty era. And that's pretty much all that happened here. So Moxie walks away, right? And we see this happening. We see fucking Marina Shafir and Will Nightingale. They're going at it on the outside. Claudio trying to pull away Marina, and then Prince Nana trying to pull away Willow, and Willow just shoves the shit out of Prince Nana. She said, "Get the fuck off me." Eventually, these two are going to have a match, but that's all that happened here. We go backstage with Samoa Joe and Sen Hook. Joe, who still has that like a Yakuza Hawaii drip. Got Hook, who has that Duck Dynasty drip himself. Joe was like, what was that last week? You know, you had that hold on a little too long. You know what I mean? What was that all about? Hook was like, man, I just like choking a bitch ass nigga out. It's like, it's fun to me. Dude's annoying. Put his ass to sleep. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Right? And then we see Platinum Mask Caster. He's talking with Top Flight, AR Fox. He's like, you guys need to be like me. I'm the best wrestler alive. You know, Bowens fucking sucks. All right, you guys need to follow my example. All right, and then this whole time, because Shibata's a cameraman, you know, Max was like, hey, what's up, Shibata? Out of nowhere, Samoa Joe puts this dude to sleep like the bitch that he is. And he was like, you know what, Hook? You right. Right? It is fun choking a bitch ass nigga out, right? And then they dap up Top Flight. He's like, yo, hometown boys, what up, man? What up? And then that's pretty much it. We didn't get a promo from Mr. J Caucasian. He didn't really say much. He's going after, I guess they're going to set up a feud between him and Ospreay or some shit like that. He calls himself a Collision Cowboy, and whoever wants to step up, you know, can breathe with the switchblade, essentially. Like, I don't really care. He didn't really say much this promo. We didn't get a tag team match. Got Top Flight, you know, I don't know where they were, but they were like the hometown heroes, so you get a good pop here. Didn't really give a shit about the match. All I see is Jobber Team A versus Jobber Team B. Dwayne hits the shell shock. Dante hits the crossover splash. 1, 2, 3. Top Flight goes over. Right, then we get another match. Right, you got my boy, my nigga Mark Briscoe. He's going up against the former international champion, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. Good match, even though it was random as shit, you know, but we fast forward to the finish. We see the Alpha Konosuke has best forearms in the business. Rocks this dude, Mark, hits the Raging Fire, which is basically just like a Falcon's Arrow or like a spinning Falcon's Arrow. 1, 2, 3, Konosuke Takeshita goes over. We then get a promo from the Rough Riders, and they gave Wheeler Yuta mic time. So I immediately checked out. I'm fucking tired of Wheeler Yuta. This dude sucks. People shit on Danny Garcia, but I'm like, this dude, Wheeler Yuta is worse, in my opinion. Like, this dude fucking sucks. This dude has no charisma. There's nothing entertaining about Wheeler Yuta. He's like, sure, he's a good technical wrestler, but so is Lee Moriarty, who I think has more personality. They just don't do shit with him for whatever fucking reason. You know, we're gonna saddle him in ROH with the TV championship, call it a day. You know? Like, who gives a fuck about Wheeler Yuta? And I don't give a shit about this promo. So we move on. We see the Hurt Syndicate backstage. Bobby was like, hey, like, MVP, what the fuck was that with MJF? You know, you told us to take a break, and now we see you trying to recruit this man into the Hurt Syndicate? What the fuck's going on, man? MVP was like, listen, you know, you guys did deserve a break after Revolution completely demolishing the Outrunners. All right? And as far as MJF, you know, I know you guys don't like him. Is he a grotesque individual? Yes. Has he done some reprehensible things? Yes. But that's exactly why I like him. That's exactly what we need. Where business doesn't stop for me, and we need a go-getter like MJF in the Hurt Syndicate. Now, is MJF gonna join the Hurt Syndicate? Of course not. Alright? At this point, they're probably saving that spot for Cedric Alexander. And if that's the case, then, you know, I'm fine with that, I guess. You know, like Cedric said, I know he was on the Chris Van Vliet channel. He had an interview there. He was talking about how there was unfinished business, pun intended, with the Hurt Syndicate. So, I mean, he wants to close out that chapter in his career, then so be it. You know, so much for my Powerhouse Hobbs. Booking ain't gonna happen. But, hey man, it is what it is. But that leads us to the main event. Tag team match. And then there's a whole lot of eye candy in this match. All these women can get it any day of the week, twice on Sunday. You got Penelope Ford, her fine ass. You got the Amazon, Megan Bain, her fine ass. You got Thunder Rosa, her fine ass. And then you got the reigning, defending, undisputed AEW Women's World Champion, timeless Toni Storm. I enjoyed the match, but I'm fast forward to the finish, which was Megan Bain hitting the F5, or as I think Scalper called it, Fate's Descent, I guess. 1, 2, 3, Megan Bain and Penelope Ford go over. All right. So again, the fact that they're pushing Megan this hard, especially after that whole botch with, you know, her, Penelope, and Thunder Rosa, that tells me they did that shit on purpose. Now, as far as her winning the belt at Dynasty, I don't know about that. No, like, I'll be all for it because I love me some Megan Bain, but that remains to be seen. You know what I mean? So, but nonetheless, it should be a good match. And I can't help the fact that every time I see Megan Bain, I seen a comment that she makes the same face every time you see her, and she does. It's like I can't unsee it now because she fucking does. It's like her face never changes, no matter what the fuck she does. Could be sleeping, could be eating, you know, taking a pose for, you know, some fucking Playboy magazine. She makes the same face every fucking time. One-dimensional, or it's her face. And that is it for AEW's Dynamite this week. Now, decent episode, I'd say. I enjoyed some of the promos here in the show. The only matches I cared about was the main event and Konosuke Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about Dynamite this week? Favorite match, favorite promo, all that good shit. Like if you like, hate if you hate. It's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. As far as the next video, I'll knock out the TNA review. And then on Monday, I do plan on doing Raw this week. Trying to get back on track with doing reviews the following day. So I plan on doing Raw this week and then moving forward. Got NXT, fucking AEW, fucking Evolve, and TNA and all that shit. So But wasting up for you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you, yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty. But most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.